like, if you can chill there while I introduce your brother, that's okay. But like, if you're just gonna like claw at me, then we're gonna have to figure something else out. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is a bearded dragon video. This is Kepi. Kepi, say hi. Hi. Anyway, as my camera's falling off, this is gonna be introducing Norbert. Now, I know you know that I got a new dragon. I just haven't introduced him yet. This is Kepi. This is not Norbert. Kepi decided he wanted to hang out on Mom today, so he's hanging out on Mom today. So, this is introducing Norbert. Norbert is a special dragon, just because I didn't raise him from a baby. So I'm still finding out things about him and his personality. So Norbert, when I got him, is already a year old, and his birthday is in February. So his birthday is February 18th, and yeah, he's a little man. So Norbert, when I got him, actually it was a very on-the-fly decision. It was literally at work. My coworker said to me, "Hey, do you want a bearded dragon?" And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Hey, my ex-coworker is getting rid of her bearded dragon and she's looking for a home for it." And so I'm like, "Oh, okay. Let me look into it and then I'll get back to you." So first off, I've always wanted to rescue a bearded dragon. It didn't turn into a rescue, it turned into a keep. So this happened in April. I got him in April. So long story short, I contact the person, we set up a meeting, and I go and I get Norbert. So from my understanding, I thought he was like pretty decently taken care of. I was communicating with the mom, and I thought he was being taken care of decently, getting fed with calcium, because she sent me a picture and he looks pretty decent. And then I am like holding him and I'm asking questions like, "Hey, what's the reason for giving him up?" And she said, "We just didn't want to take care of it anymore." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Okay, it's not a rescue, it's a give up. So I was a little bit bummed that they just didn't want it anymore, which happens a lot, but you know, I wish, you know, it was better. So when I held Norbert, immediately I could feel he was malnourished. He was very thin. Like visually he looked decent size, but like once you felt his stomach, there's like nothing to his stomach. So I was like, he's definitely malnourished. So I asked her what she's been feeding him, and she said, when we're able to, it's never a good thing, when we're able to, we feed him dried crickets and calcium. I'm like, oh, it's dried crickets and it's not even like protein, like fresh crickets. So this poor guy has been on freeze-dried crickets and calcium whenever they're able to get it, which is not the best, which is conclusive to his malnourishment. And so then his eyes, his nose, and his mouth looked good. Hello, Kepi. So he didn't have any like runny nose, watery eyes, or anything like that. I could already tell that one of his fingers is broken, like Michi's. And his nails were so long. When I held him, he's very much like Kepi, and like he doesn't have great balance, or he thinks he doesn't have good balance, so he tries to overcompensate a lot. And so because of that, he was like holding on to me really tight, and he cut me. He sliced me. So the first thing I did when I got home was I cut his nails. I gave him a bath and I cut his nails because they were so long. So she didn't cut his nails back at all. Just Not great. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Could definitely tell he was a boy. She wanted to know if he was a boy before they left, and he's a boy. So this is Norbert. Wanted to show you him. He has the body like Kepi, but the oh no, we don't go there. I'm sorry. Okay, Kepi, you're gonna have to. This is Norbert's video. This isn't Kepi a video. He's gonna go through the throat. Okay, Kepi, you go over there. I'm sorry, bud, but this is Norbert. He has the body like Kepi. I don't know where you think you're going. I don't know what you're looking at. Okay, bud. I gotta show the people you, okay? He's severely territorial, so he will rip Meech or Kepi to shreds, so I have to be careful. He will rip them to shreds. So this is Norbert. He has a small body like Kepri, who's being a disruptive child. He has Michi colorings, so he is more of a citrus dragon, which he doesn't look like a citrus dragon. Ow, very sharp. It's very tiny, but you can, okay, you're very painful. You can already tell. Okay, I'm just not gonna touch you. I know, bud. Ever since I got him, I started feeding him worms. And at first I didn't even know if he was able to eat worms because he's never eaten anything live. Oh, he went after those worms. He knew how to eat worms. So I've been, even though they're a year old and they're not supposed to be eating worms a lot, I have been feeding him more worms because he needs to build up that fat in him. Like, he had no fat deposits, so very sad to see, but he's good now. As you can see, it's very territorial. I don't know what, I know, okay, just chill. My goodness. He has also stunted growth, which if you sit still, you can tell by his nose. It's very rounded. We know, bud. It's very rounded. It's not pointy, which kind of indicates more of a stunted growth. He is a smaller dragon too, which also, he's even smaller than Kepi, and Kepi is normal size for his kind of dragon. No, you're literally gonna fall off. These children, oh my goodness. Kepi has a pointed nose, and I suspect that Norbert is genetically from the similar region as Kepi, just because they have similar body shapes but different colors. And Norbert's very smushed nose indicates kind of a stunted growth, which I could already tell from the conversation I had that like they didn't take their dragon out at all. So it's lived most of its life in a 40-gallon tank. And unfortunately, I can't do anything about stunted growth now because he's already a year old. So he's a little bit of a stunted male, which is fine. But as you can see, he's more yellow now than Kepi. Goodbye, Kepi. Kepi looks so weird when he walks, but this is Norbert. Meet the Norbs. He's the middle child. So I have birthday-wise, he's the oldest, but February, March, and April. So Norbert, Kepi, Meech. That is Norbert. Story of how I got Norbert. Very much a male, very territorial. Doesn't like his head petted at all. I know, bud, you see him, don't you? Doesn't like his head petted, doesn't like any friends. He likes worms. He will bite. He's like, go away. Okay, I'll do your close-up. I know you don't like it. I know, bud. Okay. Can you say hi? Yeah, look at you. Also, like, the way his eyes are a little bit, like, cross-eyed. They look a little, oh, Norby, where are you going, man? He looks a little cross-eyed to me. You can't hop there. Ow. Can't, Norbert Middleton. Okay, here we go. Yeah, a little bit of stunted growth just because of his face being kind of pushed. So he's broken this finger, so you can kind of tell. He's broken that finger, but otherwise, like, he's really pretty. He looks like Kepi, and he has Michi colorings. He's very much a male. Oh, look at this headshot. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So that is Norbert. I still have to have his checkup because he's not originally my dragon. Now that he is a year old and over a year old, he needs his checkup. And so I'm eventually gonna have to schedule that. And I may request an x-ray because I don't know how his bones are, and I just want to make sure that he doesn't have any like signs of MBD or anything, because his back does have a little bit of a curve to it. It's not straight. I don't know if that's just how he likes to sit or if it really does indicate some type of MBD. That is it for this video, introducing Norbert to the gang. Yeah. Okay, you go over there. Single mom of 3 children, 3 pets, 3 lizards, 3 chaotic beings. So that's it for this video. Oh my gosh, Norbert, can't just like flip things. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.